Hey folks, this is my first video. Actual content already! Amazing! He's streaming along! Sorry for the Bane voice. This is my Drago 5-day assault pack. I got this online from Sportsman's Guide. Wonderful deal, very good pack, very reliable. I have beaten it pretty good. Not a lot of stitch pops, not a lot of damage, still holding strong. Very good, solid construction. Nice molly webbing. Can't really complain. I like the extra features. The antenna pouch, the antenna slots. I actually use this for hydration bladder, feed tubes, whatever the hell they call bite valve tubes, that sort of thing. So, let's get tearing this boy down. Okay, let's start the breakdown, top to bottom. Nice and simple. Start with this pouch right here. This backs up into the primary compartment. It will, if you fill this first, it will be in the way when you fill the inner compartment. The main compartment's good size to it. You definitely want to fill this inside out, as you do with any large pack. Here we go. Emergency gear. 2 Mylar blankets. Honestly, after you've deployed one of these things, it is a freaking mess to put it away. Sometimes it's better to chuck it. Not all the time, just sometimes. So bring 2. I also designed this pack potentially to not be by myself. A lot of folks are anticipating on being all by themselves. That is not how I've designed this pack. SOL 2-person bivvy. Again, continuing the theme of not being solo. Pretty decent. It is a heavier style of Mylar and it has a coating on it. It's orange, high vis. Good if you're waiting for helicopters. But Tactical Viking, why the hell do you have something that bright and orange if you are trying to escape and evade home with your get-home bag? Good question. This is an emergency item only. This would be good if I do get into a car crash in the middle of the woods somewhere. I've seen people get run off the road. Never know. The SOL kit. It's a $35 gimmick to an extent. I don't mean gimmick in a bad way. Decent stuff. Miniature, tinder, tiny little sewing kit, fishing hooks, a little bit of line, a little bit of tinder foil, little, I guess that's supposed to be a snare line, the 62 life-saving tips booklet. Honestly, when it's all said and done, guys, you probably could build this exact kit. It's going to be bigger, true. It'll take up a lot more room, have a little bit more weight, for all of $10. Decent toys on here, compass, that sort of thing, never hurts to have it. I am doing more of an urban to suburban escape route. This becomes less necessary, but honestly, you never know. I could be driving the mountains by myself, going to a gun range or something, get broken down, get stuck, get screwed. Waterproof matches in a waterproof container in a random sandwich bag. This is another Amazon buy, relatively cheap. Not the best thing in the world. Not always something you want to have to rely on. I say that because these matches do not strike as you anticipate. They're not kitchen matches. Need a couple of shots to strike them, and when they do strike, they take a while to burn and light. They will not burn the 15 seconds, as so many people advertise. I am looking for high-quality replacements. If you know any, let me know. Paracord, don't leave home without it. And I don't joke about that. I probably have about 400 or 500 feet in here. This is about 100 all by itself. There's a lot more where that came from elsewhere in the pack. Ah, yes. Sometimes bargain shopping is a bad idea. This is a bargain shop item. This is a $7 fire steel and knife combo set. Let me tell you, yes, my hands are not Vanna White quality. Let me tell you, this is not all it's cracked up to be. It's decent. This will strike a somewhat decent spark. My only real favorite about this is in essence a $7 knife with a free sheath and a fire steel. It's not too bad. It's got a little paracord on there. You can lace it to something, turn it into a spear, hang it around your neck, keep it handy. Not too shabby, can't whine about it. Yes, blade safety, put the retention strap back on. Haha, yes. This is actually my go-to. My homemade tinder kit. Good Doan magnesium block. Please, don't waste your $7, $4, $5, whatever it is. I don't even it's 99 cents. Don't waste that money on those shitty, hard-ass Chinese knockoffs. I have had one that literally wouldn't even light. Kitchen matches. Twine. I forget the exact type of twine, but it's that natural fiber kind that you can shred and pull apart and turn into very fine, fluffy tinder. Petroleum jelly soaked cotton balls, a little bit of paper towel action, and actually a small paper bag with more petroleum jelly on it. You never know what you want to light on fire. Rub some petroleum jelly on some leaves, some other tinder. Not handy, not too bad. It is light. It is very portable. However, it's also homemade. Cost me next to nothing. Okay, that's the top pouch scene 2. Let's move down. Tactical Viking, why the hell do you have this giant pouch hanging off the back of your molly webbing on the back of your pack? Tell you why. It's all my tools. Gotta have tools, gotta have work gloves. As you can see, I have beaten these up pretty decent. Not bad. Blue Hawk, not top of the line. We're not talking mechanics gloves here. That's for shooting for me. Not too bad. Keeps my delicate fingers from breaking. Yes, they're wire ties. I don't know why I'm speechless for the moment. You'll notice a trend. I tend to like to put things in plastic bags. Multiple reasons. Reuse the plastic bag after you're done with these things. You don't feel bad about leaving a bunch of plastic ties around. The rest of my American Express card. Rothco 550 cord. Very handy. Always keep it with you if you are carrying... I don't care if you're going camping. And it's to Boy Scouts. Take this shit with you. Holy crap. Is that a chainsaw in your pocket? Actually it is. Handy dandy little chainsaw. I've used it a little bit just to test it. Sawing off tree limbs and such. From what I can tell, with the ease with which it zips through even a couple of inch tree limbs, that this is a pretty handy item, and you may even be able to fell trees with it. Probably not a good idea, because in order to use it, you literally wrap it around the tree and pull it back and forth. Don't know if you want to be hugging a tree when the shit falls on you. It's a folding shovel. Not even been used yet. It's a shovel. And the only thing I would really probably have to do is a torture test to see when the hell it breaks. For the now, primary use, fire pits and shit pits. Man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Humpty! Tactical Viking, what the hell did you make that noise for? Because I'm about to get to the stinky pouch. The eaten pouch, as I call it. I call it the eaten pouch in honor of the eaten tool. Amazon purchase. Quite handy, mostly because I'm ironic like that, and I enjoy things that have random, silly, almost rednecky names. Decent fork, decent spoon, spork action, bottle cap opener. Actually got little wrenches. We'll see if that's even remotely handy. I guess that's a pretend flathead screwdriver. It's a couple bucks, honestly. It's a toy. The thing I don't like the most about it, carabiner. Makes noise. That's why I tuck it in deep. True eating tool with flip-out fork, knife, and spoon. I've always asked, though, why in the hell do these things have corkscrews? I have yet to see any reason for me to have champagne whilst attempting to not get eaten by bears or psychos. The Coughlin's emergency stove. Not too bad. I've tested it with the backup extra fuel. I have more fuel in there. It's not too bad. It will get hot enough to boil water. It may need some shelter from the wind. It does a pretty decent job of actually folding out and keeping at least most of the wind off of the actual burning parts itself. It's in 4 or 5 plastic bags because it stinks. The fuel smells faintly of fish. It may have a fish component, I don't know. It has not discolored or done anything else. It may not have fish at all. It could just simply be a chemical. Trying not to have the rest of my pack smell that way. That's why it's down low, and the only things with it are steel tools. That's that for that part. Okay, let's talk about this pouch. The electronics pouch, or limited electronics pouch. I'm not even going to try that brand name. However, solar and hand crank powered emergency radio. It has all of the weather channels. It also has the ability potentially to charge some smartphones or some USB charge devices. As I go pop off my own safety hatch on the side there. It has the ability to charge different things, potentially. An MP3 player is probably what I would use it for. It never hurts to have music. While it does take away situational awareness, you keep your morale up. Speaking of morale, nothing sucks like being bitten to death by animals. The kind that buzz. It's very handy. It has a very distinctive smell to it. It does not smell like your standard bug sprays. This is incredibly effective. There's no DEET in it, and it repels mosquitoes. the no-seams, all that crap. It does a good job. Very worth it. Say about the same price on Amazon as your regular teeth stuff. This is the tertiary water yum-yum system. Yes, that's a very technical term. Potable aqua tablets, go figure. Everyone and their mother seems to have them in their bags. This is a last resort item. It is in essence coupled, mated to, this system for a canteen. Yes, little Arizona iced tea packets in there, because these things taste like shit. Very nice. It's a copy of mill issue. I don't believe this is actual mill issue. I mean, it pretends, that's fine, whatever, it was cheap. Steel cup inside, keep it formed, keep that from getting crushed. Also, take it out, use it, handy dandy. Molly carrier, pretty simple. Empty pouch, and you're done. Okay, this is the trauma kit. This is all mollied up on there, pretty hardcore. I'm not taking it apart. However, this has dressings, coagulants, I'm sorry. Splint bandages, pair of scissors, tweezers, good inventory of stuff here. I've actually added to it, enhanced it, because it didn't have certain things in the gloves that came in with garbage. Very good nitrile exam gloves, they just happen to be black, whatever. Examination light, again, never hurts to have these. I have one in this and one in the other internal first aid kit. Yes, that's your sport quick clot. I'm a little ambivalent on quick clot and that sort of thing. What does it do for wound healing later? In essence, this is a foreign substance being used to clot your blood. Is there a potential for infection? I'll let you know when it happens, although YouTube might not be around when that occurs. That's it for the outside. Let's start talking secondary pouch.
Okay.
I've flipped it around, and here we go. Why am I carrying random webbing and lash-on ties? Well, because you never know when you pick some stuff up you want to keep with you. I may or may not have things in my car that I would like to keep with me. It is handy. These are Coghlan sleeping bag straps. Very good, very handy. They will get the job done. Little muss, little fuss. Extra webbing, again, you have this molly for a reason. This is thin enough to lace through molly. This is not. You can lace it through the side straps. Headlamp with the accompanying bandana. Nothing helps see in the dark. Kind of like one of these guys. Pretty cheap. It's got lots of little modes on it. Even has the evil eye thing. I have no idea what the hell you would use that for unless you were jogging. Anyway, decent. Takes AAAs. Very handy. Almost all of my gear, if it has a battery, it will have a common use battery. I don't have the faintest idea why the hell I brought this along. I knew I had a purpose for it. It's probably not going to stay. First aid kit. Okay, the trauma kit is the holy shit, my thumb is removed, or I don't think that branch belongs through my thigh. This is the, ooh, I cut myself with my knife because I'm a fucking idiot. Yes, I finally dropped an F-bomb. However, this was a freebie I got from purchasing Band-Aids, that sort of thing. So it's filled with Band-Aids. It has exam gloves. It has gauze, tape, wrap gauze, the roll kind. It also has your antibiotics, ointment. It has bacitracin swipes for the better surface abrasions. Better, yeah. Worse surface abrasions. Also has things like headache medicine, cold medicine. Simple stuff. Hygiene kit. Having a dirty ass in the wilderness sucks. There's no point in having a dirty ass in the wilderness. Even if the wilderness happens to be a set of train tracks you're trying to get home along. Or back alley, bad neighborhood, whatever. Sometimes you got to take a dump. You need baby wipes. There's also other flushable wipes, biodegradable stuff. Yes, I'm environmentally conscious. There's also an extra exam light in there, toothbrush, toothpaste, stuff to make you feel like a human being. This is a morale item. Is it entirely necessary? No. This is about a half a pound. But the emotional, psychological benefit of having this kind of thing along with you far outweighs the weight. Ah, yes. This is the secondary water system, the life straw. I have to be careful to make sure I don't crush the tube. Still straight. This is a very, very, very handy product. Pop the caps off, stick one end into the hopefully decent puddle of water, suck away. Follow the instructions. Don't pretend I'm some kind of instructional video. Very, very handy, about $20 on Amazon. I've seen them as low as 18, I've seen them as high as 25. Get it at the lowest. Very, very worth carrying. Even if you carry nothing else for water, carry that. Glow sticks, because sometimes a Viking likes a rave. Now, they're handy, lose them as markers, find your way, that sort of thing. Gotta have a utility knife. I just happen to like a nice utility knife. Spring assisted, so it's very, very quick to open. You can open it with one finger. Do not leave this lying about. A child can open it. My son almost opened this on my account. It also comes with safety first, window breaker, seatbelt cutter. However, it wouldn't hurt to be able to cut away a piece of nylon. You get stuck on something. Crap, I gotta cut my bag free. Zip, there it goes. That's an emergency situation, but also if you hook it in some clothing, you could probably undo clothing rather easily with it. $12 on eBay, not too bad. All you gotta do is look for spring assist knife. Not too bad to find. That's that for that pouch. That leaves just the main compartment. Okay, we're on to the main compartment. Now this is my primary way of getting water. It's wonderful, it's great. It's $89, but damn it, it's worth it. It's a very good system. Very good, I don't want to ceramic, but very good filter in there. That whole thing's a filter and with a little bit of a hand pump action. This is the feed tube that I'll show you later where it goes. Notice it's got a very specific nozzle to it. Honestly, you could drink out of that. Nothing stopping you. But this also attaches to my hydration bladder through the drinking tube. This is the intake. Plug that in. You notice they also color coded. That's very nice. White for clean water, black for dirty water, and the intake is on the bottom where that little clamp is. That's also black. There's a very similar version of that on the hydration bladder's drinking tube. Got a primary filter, secondary filter, and this does all the work. I have tested it. The water tastes like clean tap water. And honestly, it was out of a stream. Better than tasting bear shit. It actually has a lot of other goodies in here for cleaning it, keeping it going, making sure it doesn't break. Oh crap, let me put it away. Yes, Tactical Viking does not like having his shit fall apart. Why do I have them wrapped up? I'll tell you why I have them wrapped up. Because you do not want your clean output pipe contaminated by a dirty intake pipe. They actually specifically mentioned something like that, keep the two separated, segregated in some fashion. I chose freezer bags. Pod sack. I really want to make an inappropriate joke here, however, I'll avoid it. Pod sacks are very handy. In essence, it's a giant bungee cover for your pack. Shit hits the fan, you're walking home, it's freaking raining. Because you know what? It's that kind of day. May as well be Monday. Or a really, really shitty Wednesday. Use one of these. It's the large size. Throw it over your pack after you've gotten your poncho out. Get your poncho on. Pack stays dry. Your ass stays dry. Lifeboat emergency drinking water. Tactical Viking? Why the hell are you so focused on water? Well, young Padawan, this is why. Your body can go maybe 3 days without water, depending on how healthy you are, how strong you are. You can go a week plus without food. You've got 3 days for water. If all else fails and I'm in a really bad situation, everything around me is contaminated, obviously you're not going to drink out of a puddle along a train tracks. Whatever the hell's been coming off of that train is probably not potable. You'll be drinking out of a river. What if that river's polluted? And maybe Mr. Catadine can't take it all out. You walk over in there, it smells like a big pile of petrochemicals. You're not going to want to drop your Catadine draw line into it. Lifeboat food. Sometimes you'd rather starve. This does taste like shit, but it'll keep your ass alive. It's emergency food. It's emergency food for a reason. They didn't say culinary arts food. They said emergency food. Socks, because I like my tootsies dry. It's about the only clothing I carry in here, aside from the emergency gear. I can actually carry spare clothing in my car. BDU pants, socks, underwear, shirt, t-shirt, and a jacket, and a hat. And a good pair of boots. Always keep a good pair of broken-in boots in your car, or wherever you expect to have to keep your bug-out bag. Be ready to get changed quickly. Think about that too, folks. I'm at work. I'm a cube guy, sitting in the cubicle. The shit hits the fan, the announcements are made, Obviously, my hierarchy is probably going to shit its pants and leave or not, either way. But they're not going to take care of us. That decision comes up it's up to me now. I now have to take care of myself, get myself home to my family. I'm going to make that decision to go out to my car. I don't give a shit. Modesty's out the window. I'll be bare-assing it out in the parking lot, changing my clothes, getting my boots on, getting my hat on, rucking up, and getting the fuck out. Ah, yes, the Swiss. Really fucking weird camo pattern. I'm sure it works for them in their forests. This is a $13 must-buy. Sturdy as hell. You can beat the shit out of it. You can use it as a mini tent if you need to. It's more tarp than parka, or, sorry, not parka, poncho. But it is well worth it. It does a great job. My only complaint about it is bulk. It is very bulky. It is difficult to fold. You can fold it to an almost small package, but I've seen those high-end $200 ones that you look, it's the size of my pod sack. Haha, he said pod sack. Ah, the whoopee. So dubbed by our wonderful veterans from Vietnam, from the Vietnam era. No, I will not define whoopee for you. Go look it up. Preferably not on Urban Dictionary. This is, in essence, the later nylon polyester fill version of the classic Vietnam era silk poncho liner. This is Army issue. This is vintage to an extent. I guess you can call it vintage if we're talking 80s. Man, that makes me feel old. Well worth every penny. I spent about $20 on it. I've seen these go for up to $50. This is damn near brand new. This would probably never even got issued. I have used it a few times. It is lovingly warm. It's like a fat chick hugging you. Definitely get one. Definitely worthwhile. Weighs next to nothing. We're down to the good stuff. Well, let's get to the not-good stuff. Mess kit. Everyone needs a mess kit, right? Why the hell do I have a mess kit? I don't have any food to cook. I'll tell you why I have a mess kit. Because sometimes I'm going to have food in my car. I try to keep a rotation of cans in my car, other foods. It also would not hurt. It would definitely behoove me to go put some containers of soup in my car, or packets of soup in my bag. Hi-ya! Kershaw, there we go. I was about to say Coglins again. It's a Kershaw camp axe. One-piece construction with a, I'm going to say ABS possibly, handle, or a heavy rubber. Very, very good. It comes with a pretty decent Kydex sheath. You notice it does kind of come out a little bit, so if you're wearing it on your belt, let it hang down. Very nice construction, very good wedgie style angle. Honestly, you hit this with anything, stomp on it with your boot, I don't care. This will get through some wood. I have used it. It's got some scratches. Taking limbs off, testing it against trees. It'll get through an inch-thick limb in a couple of swipes, depending on how hard you're hitting. If you're just letting the head do the work, 2 swipes, less. Haha! I love this knife. I love this knife because it's American-made. Yes, I'm kind of like that. But not just that. It is an excellent knife. The handle is this craton. It's almost sticky. Very good. Very good for grip. Very good for hold. Very good for keeping it in your hand where it belongs. Ah, almost missed and shanked myself. That'd been a great video, right? The Kydex sheath. And you have a gazillion options to lace this thing up. You can do the upside down carry. You can do the upside right, whatever, sideways. Notice something. Because the Kydex sheath does not actually need the retention strap. Doesn't hurt to have it. I'll probably be hanging it from my belt. Yeah, I'm boring. This is for you to hang upside down. You strap it to your upper webbing. This goes to another piece down to your belt to complete the circuit. Overall, it's more than worth it. Well, folks, that's not everything. We've got one last little thing to show you. Hydration bladder. Slightly modified drinking hose. This ties back into the catadine. Catadine, I'm probably saying that wrong. Little modification that comes with it. They give you instructions on how to do it. Basically cut your foot line, and this valve goes in. It's got the line grabber. I know it's got a very specific name. I'm sure someone will correct me later. This is YouTube. This mates into there, just like the feed tube would mate in there. Obviously, in this condition, I can drink. Take the bite valve off. Safely stow that. Important. I say that for a reason. Put the feed tube here, and guess what I can do? I can refill my hydration bladder sitting in the appropriate pocket there. I don't have to worry about taking my pack off. I'll have to sit there and shrug it off and open it up and try to fill it through the main mouth. Look at that. That is going to be just about covered with all the other gear. Or, feed this out, this is hanging over my shoulder. Let it dangle a little bit after having taken the catadine out. Click, click, feed, done. I don't have to play juggler and worry about whether I'm going to fall into whatever I'm taking water out of, or drop my pack into it, or drop the catadine into it. Very good idea, very good system, very much worth it. Absolutely worth every penny. Well, folks, as I put that back, that's my get-home bag. I am more than certain I'm missing a few items. Lots of folks are probably going to say, hey, duct tape. Yeah, not a bad idea. My only thing with anything adhesive-based, adhesives, if they get wet, tend to be less than useful, so I'd have to find some 100-mile-an-hour tape, that kind of thing. Anyway, folks, this is Tactical Viking. Thanks for watching.